Hello. So, quick backstory before the story. I am Mexican and I'm adopted by white people from New Orleans, so they're very white with a crazy accent. And I'm a conservative, but not because of my parents, because I used to be crazy and then I found self love and realized that I can control my own emotions and that I don't have to take everything so personally and I don't have to be a victim if I don't want to. So I was like, wow, these people over here seem like my kind of people. And I just drifted over there naturally, right? So that's me in a nutshell. During 2020 political elections, I was like 2019, 2020, I was very like, go Trump, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm very opinionated. You can look all this stuff up, like, literally, like, it's just right there. I don't hide it because I don't need to. But I've since stopped being so political because I think both sides are. I don't agree with either. I mean, I do. Obviously, the right is still a little bit right, but you're all being controlled by a freaking puppet master. It's either Bill Gates or Elon Musk in disguise or somebody that we have no idea, or maybe lizard people. I don't really know, but I know it's not the government. Anyway, that's just my views now. So I have not been posting about political stuff in a really long time. And so nobody really knows that about me if you're my new friend, because whatever. But I do have a Trump flag that's like in my apartment that's kind of like off to the side. So you're bad for not seeing that, or for like looking at anything of like past. Like if you're not doing your stalking on me, that's your fault for not knowing how I side. So my friend invited me out to this thing and I was like, yeah, sure, like yeah, like I'll totally go. Thanks. So my friend is Mexican and I know what side they lean on. It's clear. They post things that I don't agree with at all, but when people post things that I don't agree with, that's okay. That's what makes America great, is that we can say things that we don't agree with and that's fine. It's called freedom of speech, which is super dope. And if I don't agree with something, it doesn't have to like ruin my day and I don't have to try to ruin your day because I don't agree with it. I just scroll by and I'm like, okay, well, that's all right. And some of the stuff that I see, I really don't agree with. And people don't know that about me because I don't talk about it because I don't need to. Because you express your opinion, that's fine. I don't have to put my opinion on you, especially if I know your side. That's not my side to do. That's not my right to do, right? So I don't care. And like a lot of people that I know, I don't agree with. So, and it makes me uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Putting like kids becoming like opposite genders, I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. Like transgenderism, that's a lie. You have a mental disorder. I'm so sorry. That's my personal opinion. And it doesn't have to hurt your feelings if you don't allow it to, because I don't control your thoughts. I can never make you feel anything because I'm not in your mind. You have to choose that feeling. Oh, she said she doesn't like transgenderism. I'm not even transgender. I'm going to get really fucking mad. Ah! I'm sorry that you have a mental disorder and that you can't process your emotions well. Anyway, sorry, that was a rant. But anyway, my friend posts a bunch of stuff that I don't agree with, but I don't care because when I'm with people, especially if I know that they don't agree with me, I don't have to talk about that stuff. I'm a very spiritual person. If you know me, I read faces, I read your cards, I read your energy. Like, let's grow as people. Like, what's the most beautiful moment of your day? Like, that's the kind of stuff I want to vibe on. I don't want to ever be in a situation where we're all, oh yeah, this sucks, and like, let's agree on it together, and that's how we're bonding. Like, that's crazy to me. So, anyway, again, I'm white. I'm with this group of probably like 15 Mexican people, which some of them are only speaking Spanish to each other, which I don't care. I don't have a complex about that. I don't always think people are like out to get me or talking about me, so I don't care. I can't speak Spanish, whatever, do you. I'm having a great time. It's really fun. Like, it's, whatever. And we happen to be in a very conservative part of the area. And it's pretty white. And what we're doing is a wine tasting. So obviously, like, people are drinking and blah blah blah. Luckily I drove separate so I could leave. in case. And so we're walking across the street, and one of the people starts saying like, I feel safer in Tijuana, Mexico than walking in these white people's streets, blah blah blah, and just goes on and on and on about it, and just like, oh yeah, systemic racism, white people, and like a couple of them are chiming in, and one of them's my friend, and I'm like, oh. I'm just like, I feel like a spy at this point. Like, I'm like, are they gonna find out that I'm white? Like, if we're gonna do the whole identifying thing, is I identify as white. I'm brown, but I identify as white because that's what I was raised as. I was raised as a white person. We eat red beans and rice. We're white. I love Cheese Whiz. I'm white, you know? You know what my least favorite food is? Mexican food. My parents love that shit. My mom, my white ass mom, and my white ass dad love Mexican food. They moved from New Orleans, Louisiana to San Diego, and they ate so much Mexican food, which is probably why I don't like it. I would much rather eat a steak or a burger or Italian food, not Mexican. Anyway, that was a rant. I'm so sorry. So here I am, white AF. I say quesadilla. And here I am, and a bunch of people who sure are my ethnicity, but are just, I hate white people, systemic racism, blah, blah, blah. This is white people's fault. And I'm just like, yeah, that's crazy, right? Oh, okay. And then the day, I don't say anything. I'm just quiet. You know what I mean? Because again, these people are allowed to have their opinions. That's why they're here. If they were to go to Tijuana, Mexico and start popping off like that about their culture and all that stuff, they would be so quickly snatched up, kidnapped, mutilated, and put under a bridge in Juarez or some shit. Crazy stuff happens in Mexico. And that's why they're here in America. That's why everybody's here in America. Because we have freedom of speech. You could say whatever you want. I could say whatever I want. I could pretty much do whatever I want. Within the, obviously. But here they are just being that way. And then the day ends, like, I had to brush off, like, a bunch of, like, oh, yeah, are you conservative? Like, oh, haha, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, maybe I lean that. No, it's a butterfly. A few times. And then my friend at the very end is like, if you would have said that you were conservative, I could not be your friend anymore. And I'm just like, okay. Little do they know, I am conservative. I feel, and this is an analogy, so you don't have to get upset, I feel as if I'm a gay man in the closet and I cannot tell my parents that I'm gay because they're not going to accept me at all. Literally. Like they have no idea that my views are, like, you post that, I'm like, no. You post that again, I'm like, no. But I don't care. I keep that inside, and I don't let it affect me emotionally. I give it up to God or the universe or whatever's out there. It's not me to deal with. I don't have to worry about that. You are, not me. So, anyway, it's only a matter of time, I'm sure. And maybe the crazy thing is that that group of friends really loves me because we don't talk about that stuff. So they literally have no idea of what side of any side I'm on. I'm just a kind and compassionate and uplifting, good vibes only person. So you don't know I have opinions that are political because I don't share them, because I don't need to. All I need to do is be my best high vibing self. I don't ever have to bring anybody down because they don't have the same views as me. I don't have to ostracize them, and I don't have to outcast them. I'm only shutting myself off to friendship and love when I put myself in boxes like that, like those people do. And so, anyway, I just thought that was insane. And I felt like I was just like an American spy in the British Army. Like, crazy. But these people are out there. And, handle it with love and compassion because they want the hate back. They want you to be just as mad and just as upset. But literally, guys, every single thought in your mind is a choice. You don't have to agree with me, and you don't have to get upset ever. You're choosing to get upset. I can't make you upset. I'm not holding a gun inside of your brain being like, you better think this way, man, or I'm gonna kill you. Like, no, dude, I just said I don't agree with you, and here you are crying, literally crying, saying that I'm infringing on all of your rights. Oh. You need to do some shadow work, some deep, deep meditation, and find a God because you need help. Anyway, that was my rant. I love you, I respect you, and all of your opinions and everything because that's what a good person does. Love you.